So the White House position on this is carpet bomb. You have full carte blanche to do what you want. Okay, that's the White House position on this. Sending now warships to the Red Sea. So that's the U.S. side of this. What will the Iranian side and the Yemen side, the Houthi side, the Hezbollah side, what will that side look like over the next week to 2 weeks?
Well, I mean, Yemen has pretty much made a decision that it's all in. It is going to do what it can do to support the people of Gaza. And what it's doing is amazing from a geopolitical standpoint. They have shut down the Red Sea to Israeli maritime traffic. Shut it down. It's costing Israel billions of dollars, and it's disrupting global commerce. I mean, there is a meaningful impact to what Yemen has done here in terms of shutting down, ships transiting the Red Sea. The United States right now is desperately trying to come up with a solution. But let me just make it clear. We don't have the military force capable of handling this problem. And it's stupid to pretend that we do. We got a carrier battle group. That's it. What can it do? Drop bombs. Yemen's been bombed by American planes and American bombs since 2014. You suddenly think they're going to be intimidated because a couple dozen American airplanes flown by American pilots are be dropping the bombs? Two, we have no idea how to do, the targeting of relocatable targets, mobile relocatable targets. That's the Yemeni missile systems, et cetera. I played a role in that during the Gulf War. We sucked then, we suck now. We don't know how to do it. We can't do it. We're going to have zero impact. What we're going to do is empower the Yemenis to, maybe get that 1 in a million shot in, or 1 in 1,000 shot, or 1 in 100. We don't know what the odds are, and sink an American aircraft carrier. Merry Christmas, Joe Biden. You just took, and look, let's be frank about it. The American aircraft carrier is a legacy system dating back to the Second World War. It has no genuine military role today other than deterrence. The perception that it is this, powerful symbol of American power projection. But that symbol is gone when it's sunk. When you put the Dwight D. Eisenhower under the water, 5,000 to 7,000 dead Americans. That's what's at risk here. Why? Because we don't have the courage to tell Israel, stop. This could all end today if we imposed on Israel the requirement for a ceasefire. Pick up the phone, Joe Biden, and tell Bibi not another American dime will go your way if you continue this war one more hour. The war's over at that point because Israel can do nothing without American aid. Show the courage. Instead, what Biden is doing is putting all of American national security at risk, indeed global security, because you're not going to beat the Yemenis. You're going to empower them. Therefore, we're going to become more and more desperate. Israel is going to be more and more desperate. They're talking about expanding the conflict against Hezbollah. Israel, newsflash, you can't beat Hamas. You're not going to beat Hezbollah. They're 10 times more prepared. They have 100 times more powerful weaponry, and they have a plan to take northern Israel. If you want to lose the Galilee, go into a full-scale war with Hezbollah. And then what's America going to do? Again, Hezbollah has been receiving Israeli bombs, dropped American bombs, dropped by American-made airplanes for decades. They're not intimidated by anything America can bring to bear. And if America brings enough to bear, now we bring in the Iranian problem.
So that's what I want to get to next is the Iranian problem. Now, that's the other big piece of this. I wanted to show you a tweet that Modad Geopolitics tweeted yesterday, and his thread has been really interesting on this, and get your take. He says, the Iranian strategy is to present the United States with a choice of either backing down in the Gaza war, thereby humiliating Israel and the U.S. and showing that the Zionist project is no longer viable, or fighting Iraq, Syria, Yemen, Lebanon, Gaza, and even Iran itself simultaneously. And he says the U.S. can cause enormous damage, but it cannot win a full-scale Middle Eastern war in multiple countries. Do you agree with that or disagree?
I agree with that. First of all, the U.S. can't cause immense damage anymore. You need bombs. We've given all our bombs away. There's only so many targets you can bomb, and there's only so many bombs that you can bring to bear on targets. But what will happen? First of all, the Houthi have said straight up that if they're attacked, and Saudi Arabia plays a role in any of this, they will eliminate Saudi Arabia's oil production potential. Just think about what I just said. They'll destroy Saudi Arabian oil production. They'll destroy UAE, United Arab Emirates, oil production. Now, Iran has pretty much said the same thing. If we get involved in this fight, this flight will destroy the global economy, especially the Western economy. Biden needs to wake up to the reality that America simply cannot impose its will on this problem. This is a problem bigger than America. We don't have the military capacity to prevail in this conflict. Yes, we can drop bombs in a lot of places. We will lose everything in the Middle East, everything in the region, because there's not a military facility in that region that is missile proof. And Iran has a lot of missiles, and they will bring death and destruction down on the Americans like they haven't seen since the Second World War. And then what? Now we're in a regional conflict. Can we throw cruise missiles at Tehran? Yeah. But to what end? Because Tehran will destroy everything we have in the region. And then where are we? We don't have the ability to invade Iran. We can't do it. You could mobilize the entire American military capability today. We can't invade Iran. We don't have the ability. So to what end are we getting in this war? At the end of the day, the costs that will accrue by the United States taking on the entire region on behalf of Israel will far outweigh the consequences of just telling Israel no. But we can't tell Israel no because Israel owns us. Every voting member of Congress is under pressure from the Israeli lobby. The President of the United States in this election year is under pressure from the Israeli lobby. Vivek is under pressure from the Israeli lobby. All American politicians are. Why? Because they own us. We've allowed Israel to insinuate themselves into the American political dynamic.